honest, if we're talking about hierarchy, you've been with your husband how many years?
Not that many. We knew.
It's new as well.
We went friend to fiance. Let's say 6 months.
Okay, cool. 6 months. Mm-hmm. Well, what if you had a 3-year-old? You still gonna choose your fiance over your 3-year-old?
Is it his baby?
It don't matter who it is.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. You're right. I'm not choosing a fiance. I'm choosing my husband.
Because this is what I want you to understand.
Yes.
You've been married for 6 months, right? That child has been in your life for 3 years. 3 years and 9 months. The hierarchy there is like, it's my responsibility to nurture this.
I got to ask you a question, because for me, that's really hard for me to even wrap my mind around, because I won't be baby mamaed without a commitment of marriage. So it's hard for me to wrap my mind around having a 3-year-old and then having a new man. Now, I know that happens every single day and there is no right or wrong way, but so this is my question. Do you feel like women's value gets lowered when they have multiple children by multiple men?
I just think that the reality of that answer is women's value get lower the more children that they have.
Break that down.
Because, and I was having this conversation, with one of the mother of my children, and she's still fine. You feel what I'm saying? But like I was telling her, I was like, the guy that you're dating or will date, if he ain't willing to love on these 5 children that you have, that ain't the guy for you. Because when I came into your life, I was willing to accept you and whatever you had. And there's guys that's out there that's just going to say, them ain't my kids, I want you. Well, that ain't how it worked. But that's not to say that she can't find nobody.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she has somebody.
Right. But do you feel like it's as the best that she could possibly do if she didn't have children?
Well, you're talking to a dude that was once in her life. I don't feel like she's going to get better than me. That's just my confidence.
I don't even think it's confidence. I have said, and I might get eaten alive, I don't think most women do better than the father of their children. No, I really don't think that.
It's real love.
That's the barometer.
So it's the ladies' cave tonight. Kirsten, you're the guest. What do you think about what Cam Newton said?
It wasn't as inflammatory as the headline made it sound like it was going to be, right? I think there's a lot of talk about high value, low value dating content, and I'm a little exhausted of it. I used to get a lot more triggered up by it than I do now. But I think anytime I hear someone say, high value, low value, I try to listen and try to find, a half truth in there, but it does, I tune it out sometimes.
Skeptic, what about you?
I will say this. I've learned to listen to how men think before I come up with my own idea, because men kind of all think the same, kind of. I will say women we're kind of we think differently. I can talk to a girl and she can think completely different than me, but men kind of tend to have the same little summaries of things. I don't know why. Kind of come to the same conclusion. I can see maybe biologically there is a different aspect of which men are coming to a situation in. If you feel like you're going to have to be responsible, maybe you're looking at children as more of a responsibility than you are from a love perspective, because as mothers, maybe we're coming in and looking at it from a nurturing perspective. So I can look at it from that perspective. I can see how men would say something like that, and I don't necessarily agree with them. Regardless, if men think like that, as women, we have to understand how to speak to men, or how to confront this issue with them so they can change their way of thinking. And I think attacking or coming to a man and being you're just a misogynist, that's not going to change his way of thinking. Maybe it's the aspect of coming from a nuanced perspective. We are in a new day and age. Just because a woman has children doesn't mean that she needs you to provide for her. she probably can provide for herself. And maybe the father of her children is involved in their lives. Maybe they don't even need a father. They have a father. Like, this is just a nuanced conversation that we have to have. And sometimes it's hard for us to catch up because we're in this old way of thinking.
Mia?
I think he's a trash bag human being, and we just throw the whole fucking man out. Throw the whole man out. It's always men with mad baby mamas who make all these broken homes, who's never been married, who's never had commitment, always got something to say, man. And you know, like always have something to say. Men with like the lowest moral value possible always have something to say. Because real men, real high value men don't be having these conversations. You know why? They don't care. They don't care. Normal people don't really care on a day-to-day basis. But I mean, Cam Newton's a trash bag human being. He walks around and gets all these women pregnant, doesn't commit to any of them, and then doesn't want to admit that he's lowered their value because he knows if he's painted with the same brush, that makes him a low value human being. So he doesn't really want to commit to that low or high value thing there. He tried to skirt that a little bit. But he's a trash bag person who has left a slew of broken homes and statistically, like, added a little negativity in his kids' lives, because statistics tell us children do better in a communal setting with parents that are there. But he has like 50,000 kids. So how well is he parenting these children if there's so many spread across so many homes? You know, you can't be there every single night and hit every single baby mom's home to read books and to check in and ask about homework and keep up with the teachers. I mean, unless his like Parent Infinity Campus app must be going wild with all those kids. I know I get a ton of emails of my kids. He must be going wild with his. He must, like, how do you come up with all those names for these kids? That's my big question, is how do dudes be like trying to name as like baby number 7, holding and trying to figure out what name to give a baby number 7. I'm just saying, it's so crazy to me that people with like the lowest moral standing always have something to say. Always got something to say.
Yeah, you got to start naming them numbers at that point. But
right? I mean, it's like Stranger Things. Number 7, number 5, 56 over there. I mean, and you know, your best friend there, NBA Youngboy, is going to be about that like too. He's got like 12. Now.
Ask Nick Cannon, because he literally takes family pictures with every one of his baby mamas. And I'm just like, you know, his schedule is full. Like,